What is going on, everybody? Welcome back, and I have finally decided to bite the bullet and open up the Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center ETB. I've been thinking about it for a while. I knew I was going to get to it. I was probably going to save it for later, but you know what? Right now feels like a good time. Right before Mega Evolutions comes out, too. I still have my 151 ETB that I'm going to open on later, so stay tuned for that. That'll be probably end of the series, end of the year, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how quickly I get them out, or how brave I become. Both of these, well, all Pokemon Center ETBs at the moment are pretty much skyrocketing in price. Even like the ones that really weren't that sought after have now started to become more valuable. The hype started around last year for the Pokemon Center ETB promos because they come stamped specifically with the Pokemon Center logo as kind of like the new first edition style cards or whatever, since we don't have first edition cards anymore. And of course, those cards' value depend on the box, and vice versa. The higher the value for that increases the price on the box. So we'll take a look, and we have the Charmander. And unlike the newer Pokemon Center ETBs, they did come separated. They didn't come in the same pack where if you open one, you have to basically open the other one. If you want to keep one sealed, perfectly fine. If you want to open both of them, just as well. I will put these back here. Really nice promo. One of the better ones, in my opinion. Not just because it's Charmander, but just in general, like the design, what it's trying to convey, and all that good stuff. It really does a good job, and it also, weirdly enough, it uses the whole card. If you know what I mean. But that card, as of this video, in a PSA 10 is like around 3,000 or something like that. It might go down, it might go up, who knows? But like I said, that kind of correlates directly with the value of the box or the value of the card. Whichever one's going up, the other one will follow. Now, in most cases, though, if you can get a PSA 10 out of these promos, they tend to be as much, or if not more, than the box, at least at the moment. So I don't know if that's an incentive for you guys to open your boxes or keep it sealed. Either or, the value is there one way or another. It's a gamble either way because the cards aren't guaranteed to be in great condition, so you may or may not get a PSA 10. But the one thing I learned with PSA is just send it. You might get lucky. I'm sorry. I've been very vocal about, and we have an EX. Not too bad. But yeah, I've been very vocal about PSA and their inconsistencies. I've benefited from it. I'm not here to say that I haven't gotten 10s that I don't deserve. I have. But I want to be consistent with what I'm being vocal about. And even for myself, like, I'll tell you I have cards that shouldn't be 10s, but they are. But enough about PSA, let's get back to the pack openings. If you've seen some of these videos, you know traditionally, and I've said it before as well, you don't really get hits out of these boxes, or at least I don't. So that's another incentive for you guys to keep your boxes sealed. I do it because, you know what? You guys don't have to. I do it for you guys. I do it for the people. A man of the people, they say. But to me, the promos are more valuable than the box. Obviously, the box is only worth what it's worth as once it gets sold. So until it gets sold, it's really not worth 400 or 500 or 600 or whatever it's worth at the time. All I know is I paid retail, so anything is a win. Oh, we got a full art Ryan. Not bad. Okay, that's something. But yeah, a lot of my collection, I bought it a while back. Back when Pokemon Center was allowing you to buy up to 4 for the Pokemon Center ETBs, and you didn't have to make the line, you didn't have to wake up early. When it dropped, you had a good few hours to just jump in, buy some boxes. You can even go back in and do it again. There was no restrictions, they didn't stop you, they didn't monitor it. There was actually cards on the Pokemon website. Imagine that. Now, hopefully that changes down the line. But yeah, a lot of my collection is retail. I don't mind opening it. People tell me all the time, why don't you sell it? I don't get enjoyment out of selling it. If it was for the money, I would have just kept the money and not purchased anything. But I do enjoy opening packs, regardless of the hits. And if there's not somebody like me opening up these boxes that are super valuable and maybe a a prized possession of yours, you can actually see what's in the box without opening up the box. I don't mind. And we have a Pidgeot EX. Nice. Not terrible so far. But yeah, I don't mind opening these boxes. I don't mind sharing it with y'all. Before I was making videos, I would just open up boxes, packs, regardless. The only difference now is I'm recording it, so I get to share it with you guys. And you kind of get to see like the ups and downs, what some of these boxes entail. I do want to start doing different style videos too, maybe like surprise or mystery bags, or like those random like Pokevaults type of packs that you pay like $50 and you get what you get. Oh, we have a Larvitar illustration rare. That's a nice card too. I remember when the set first came out, that Larvitar people were going crazy for it. So far the box has not been bad. An SIR would top it off. We have the full art, we have the illustration rare, we have some EXs. We just give us an SIR. With my luck, they'll probably give me a gold card, but we'll see. But I remember when this set was first announced, I told my buddy, I'm like, hey, you should buy some of these boxes. It's a Charizard, it's a Charmander on the ETB. It has everything going right for it. It's going to go up in price. It's going to be harder to get at some point. And when the set came out, we purchased as much as we could, as far as like, the 4-box limit. And the box just kind of fell flat. It really, over a year, it just didn't gain traction. You can go to Target, GameStop, any of these places, even the regular ETBs, nobody was buying them. So we sat on the ETBs, which is fine. I was running out of space, so I had opened quite a few of them already. And this is the one that I'm recording and sharing with y'all. And then out of nowhere, boom, skyrocket. The last few months, the ETBs have just gone crazy. I reached out to my buddy and I was like, hey, do you still have... Oh, we have... Is that an SR? Whoa. Look at that. Alright. Correction, this has been a great box, because I normally don't get this type of luck from these boxes. But yeah, so I reached out to him not too long ago and I was like, hey, do you still have those ETBs? And he's primarily a sports collector. Like, he collects a lot of sports. And he's like, yeah, I still have them. I'm like, oh, they're worth this much now, right? And this was when they went up to like 300. And he's like, oh, damn. All right, I'm just going to keep holding. And then a little bit later, and now they're up to like 500 or 600. So, but my intuition was right. The trends that I've known to be true and tested and whatnot have continued to go in my favor. And now I don't seem like a liar. But yeah, it's funny how, like, if you've done anything long enough, you kind of pick up on like the little trends, tips, the little niche things that most people don't see, and you can almost call it before it happens. Sometimes it does take multiple years for it to happen, but it will happen. But overall, people will tell me I should have kept it sealed. Probably. It doesn't do me any good. We're at the last pack now. But I'm not upset. This has been one of the better boxes that I've opened up. I mean, you guys have seen the previous openings, so this is the best one so far, I want to say. And we have the benefit of having the promos. The Charmander promo and the Pokemon Center promo. Even the regular Charmander promo is pretty sought after. It goes for a good amount. Like I said, though, I don't plan on selling them. These are for my collection. I enjoy opening them. I will probably send them to get graded just for the hell of it. And our last card is a Tyranitar EX. Not a bad box at all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is good or bad for you guys, as far as if you're on the fence for opening, because this was a good box, but obviously we didn't get the Charizard SIR, so that's the card right now to pull from this set. But, I mean, the promos alone to me are worth it. Obviously, unless you grade them, they're not going to make up the value of the box. If you're more worried about the value of the box, then by all means keep it sealed. There's no judgment here. If you want to keep it sealed, that's perfectly fine. If you want to open it up, as long as you enjoy it, that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. If you're here and you're watching this video and you're still here, then we're all here for the same reason, and that's because we enjoy Pokemon. We love to see these openings. This is a nice card too. I might I already have one, but I might send this one to get graded. I might send both of them to get graded. Like I said, in doubt, just send it to PSA. It might get a 10. Unfortunately. But I will put this one in a clear sleeve because it's going to go into the card saver, so I can go send it to get graded. Grading has become a new, I don't want to say love or passion of mine, but I do enjoy it. It also, in all honesty, it also helps the cards stay protected. I have a small space. I have a dog. One of my biggest fears is he's going to come into my area where I keep all my cards and just destroy them. I think a slab just adds that extra protection. This Larvitar, it really is a nice card. The colors are so like different from all the other illustration rares and SIRs that you see from these sets. Black and white and Journey Together have kind of like opened it up a little bit more for that brightness, that more animated style illustration. But yeah, unfortunately, this opening has given me more optimism to continue opening more of my collection. I am opening up all the Scarlet and Violet era Pokemon Center ETBs. Every single one. Yes, I have every single one. I've had multiples of, especially the earlier ones, pre-2025. And just looking at these, I'm probably going to send these to get graded. So, yeah, doing a cardinal sin, going to open it up. Who's going to stop me? Nobody, because by the time this video is out, they're going to already be out. But yeah, like I was saying, like the slabs add that extra protection. So like, if you don't want to deal with like flimsy, like card savers or sealed packs, or I'm doing a really terrible job getting this out of here, but I will get it out. There we go. They do add that extra layer of protection from dust, all that good stuff. So it's like it's still worth getting your cards graded, especially if they're going to be personal collection. I do plan on sending some OG cards that I have. They're not going to get anywhere near a 10, but the goal is for them to get sealed in those slabs. One, I think it'll just give it a better look when I display them, and also just keep protecting them because they're already over 20 years old. So yeah, this card, just looking at it, it may not get a 10. I would be highly surprised if it got a 10, but I would not be surprised if it got a 10 based on the graders and some of the cards that I've submitted that came back 10s. I've had cards sitting in my collection that I'm like, I'm not sending it. It's not going to get a 10. And it has gotten a 10. So wish me luck. I'll update you guys on where everything is. Overall, this has been a good box. I'm not going to argue it. Let me know what you guys want to do. If you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow. And until next time, later.